Hidden beneath the highveld soils lies the survival of fire, drought, and time. For most of the year, it remains invisible, quietly waiting underground. But when the conditions are right, it erupts into one of the most spectacular floral displays in the African ecosystems. Today on Nature Nexus, we are going to explore the Brunsvigia radulosa, the grassland's hidden firework. At first glance, it almost looks unreal, a perfect globe of pink flowers rising above the grass like a floating firework. But this is no ordinary plant. Brunsvigia radulosa is a bulbous species native to summer rainfall regions of southern Africa, particularly the highveld grasslands. It belongs to the fascinating group of plants known as geophytes, plants that survive harsh conditions by storing energy underground in bulbs or tubers. In open grasslands and savannas, this plant thrives best in relatively undisturbed landscape. Yet many places today, these landscapes are slowly disappearing, which means this spectacular plant is becoming increasingly rare in some regions. Grasslands may look peacefully, but their ecosystems are shaped by powerful natural forces. One of these important natural forces is fire. Seasonal fires sweep across the field, carrying old vegetation and recycling nutrients. For many plants, this would be devastating, but Brunsvigia radulosa has evolved a remarkable strategy. Its large bulb remains relatively buried, safe beneath the soil, protected from the flames above. And when the fire passes and the rain returns, the plant responds with a sudden and dramatic growth. First, the leaves lie flat on the ground and the stolon pushes up. Then something extraordinary happens. Dozens of flower buds unfold, forming a perfect spherical explosion of color. Some flower heads can contain over 50 individual flowers, arranged in a stunning radial pattern. Seen from a distance, it almost looks like a firework frozen mid-air. But beauty is not the only purpose of this display. In summer, many of the grasslands flowers have already finished flowering. The Brunsvigia radulosa blooms late in the season, providing an important nectar source for insects. Insects such as bees, butterflies, and other pollinators visit the flower, feeding on the nectar and helping transfer pollen between plants. In ecology, this is sometimes called the seasonal nectar bridge, a vital food source during times when few other flowers are available. Without plants like this, pollinator population could struggle to survive through seasonal gaps in food supply. The story of Brunsvigia radulosa becomes even more fascinating when we look a little closer. Here are some 3 surprising facts about this remarkable plant. After flowering, something strange happens. The spherical flower head eventually breaks off from the plant. Once detached, the wind rolls it across the open grasslands like a tumbleweed. As it rolls, seeds slowly scatter across the landscape. It is nature's own mobile seed dispersal system. Brunsvigia radulosa is also a master of patience. A seed may take 7 to 8 years before it produces its first flowers. This means that the beautiful blooms that you see today could have started its life nearly a decade ago. Although fire burns through grasslands regularly, the underground bulb allows the plant to survive. In fact, fire can actually create better conditions for flowering by removing dense grass and allowing more sunlight to reach the soil. For Brunsvigia radulosa, fire is not the destruction, it is part of the cycle of renewal. Hidden beneath the soil lies another secret. Like many members of the Amaryllis family, Brunsvigia radulosa contains powerful alkaloids. This chemical makes the bulb toxic if eaten. This chemical defense protects the plant from grazing animals in heavily utilized grasslands. But these same chemicals have also played an important role in human history. For thousands of years, the Khoi and the San people have developed a deep understanding of plants around them. Where others saw flowers, they saw chemistry and survival. A related species in the same family, the Buffon distacha, contains even more stronger toxins. The bulb of this plant was historically used to prepare arrow poison. Hunters carefully crushed the bulb, extracting a toxic paste. This poison was applied on the arrowheads before hunting. When an animal was struck with the arrow, the toxins slowly weakened the animal, allowing hunters to track it until it collapsed. This method has allowed hunters with relatively small bows to successfully hunt much larger animals. It is a powerful reminder that indigenous ecological knowledge is deeply sophisticated, developed through thousands of years of observation and experience. Today, the greatest threat to Brunsvigia radulosa is not fire, but habitat transformation. The South African grasslands are amongst the most threatened ecosystems in the country. Large areas have been converted to agricultural activities, urban development, and mining. Because these plants thrive in relatively undisturbed fields, their presence can serve as an indicator for the healthy ecosystem. Protecting these landscapes doesn't only protect one species but the entire ecological community. From a silent bulb beneath the soil to a sudden burst of color above the grass, Brunsvigia radulosa reminds us that even the quietest species are deeply connected to the forces that shape our planet. That it's fire, rain, pollination, and people. Protect the grasslands, and you protect the hidden firework beneath our feet. I have looked everywhere on the internet for the vernacular names of this species, but I couldn't find any. I could only find one in Afrikaans, which is called the misarvlom, and one is a suit which is called the matla. Hopefully I did not butcher anybody's language. In closing, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please comment, like, and subscribe to Nature Nexus. As you watch my videos, please do not skip the ads. It helps raise funds. Let me know what other species do you wish Nature Nexus to explore. Join us again on Nature Nexus as we continue to explore Africa's ecological treasures, medicinal plants, and conservation stories. From me, this is goodbye until we meet again on the next exciting episode of Nature Nexus.